Hello, I'm Father Louis Scurti with Friends of the Word, special edition of music today. This is my guest and her husband, Cassi and Stephen Perinelli. Cassi and Stephen are both music ministers here at Annunciation, where I assist on Sundays and other days, and they have such a beautiful combination of voices and music, and I thought I have to share this with you. So part of our interview today will be letting Cassi sing while Stephen plays, and then Cassi and I and Stephen will chat about music ministry and their involvement in the church. Welcome, Cassi.
Thank you.
Stephen, thank you very much for being here, and I leave it to you.
Miracle of grace, mystery of faith, calling us to venture to the deep. Though our senses fail, your graces still prevail, and we become the love that we receive. Bread of life, bread of life. Those who eat this bread shall live and never die. Bread of life, bread of life. Your true presence in this holy sacrifice. Bread of life.
That was exquisite. Stephen, I'm going to ask you to come over here and join us. We're going to do the interview from this spot. You're very comfortable with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stephen, how long have you been playing? Because you play like an angel.
Thanks. I've been
If
playing,
angels play music.
Oh, thanks. I've been playing since I was, I think, 10. I played the piano since I was 10. But I
shut this off.
sang here since, I don't know how long, since I was a little kid in the choir.
Oh, really? Are you from the parish originally?
Yes.
Wow, that's great. And you've been a little kid in the choir and you were playing music. That's great. Cassi, when did you guys meet?
We actually met in the music department at Seton Hall University.
Good, Catholic University, that's very good.
And it was actually a funny story. We were friends all throughout college, and we found out that each other were music ministers. I was at St. Teresa's Parish in Kenilworth at the time,
Wow.
and we found out we were both music ministers, so we always had that in common.
Isn't that great? And when did you start dating?
We started dating my senior year, but we were friends all throughout.
That's excellent, that's excellent. Stephen, why music? Why music ministry?
I always had a strong faith and a devotion to the church, and I always loved my music. So I always had the weaving of both. I always sang here in the church choir, and then I started to play for the choir, and then later on I became the music director of the parish. So I always had that sense where one never went without the other.
Right.
Together.
Interesting. Are you from a musical family, by any chance?
Not really. No. It's just
So you just started out as a member, and that's important for our audience to know that the leadership of the church is in the hands of the lay people, and it starts out in the church as a member of the congregation. And your parents were supportive, I guess. That's excellent. Did they mind that you went into music as a major? Or did you? Did you go
I
into
did, yeah. Music education was my major. They were very supportive. They were very supportive of my music all throughout my
Now,
entire life. Yeah.
your mother sings in the choir at times, doesn't
Yes.
she? Right. Cause I
My
remember
sister, when she can.
when she can. And Cassi, how long have you been doing music?
I started cantering when I was 13 years old, and we never really knew where my gift of music came from because I didn't come from a musical family. So I always thanked God for the gift that he gave me, and I wanted to share it with as many people as I could. So I started cantering. I was all over New Jersey singing for weddings.
Wow.
And then I met Stephen, and I started cantering here at Annunciation Church.
And we're all the more blessed because of that. Now, at Christmas time, I remember when you had the Christmas concert, you spoke very personally about family members that inspired you. You care to share any of that?
I've had a very supportive family throughout my musical career. I've done plays, I've done concerts, voice lessons, and my family was always there in the front row cheering me on. Um, I had a grandfather who just passed away recently, and he was just so proud of me, and he would tell anyone and everyone about his granddaughter who was into music and did all these things. And I dedicated my song to him at Christmas
Yeah, I
time.
remember that. Right, that was beautiful.
Yes.
Does it take a lot of, I'll say, patience? I know you have the talent already to bring it together, to lead a Sunday Mass or a special choir. What does it take for either one of you?
I think it takes a lot of cooperation. It's different when you're a soloist and you're used to just being the main person, but when you have to collaborate with others, as a music ministry does, it's important that everyone kind of balances and works together, because that's what it's all about. It's about praising God and being able to worship and have the people in the community join with you in song and get that sense of God through the music.
And even from the perspective of a presidential celebration, as the presider, as the priest is sometimes called, we have to always realize that it's the word that's preached, it's the celebration, and it's Christ as our direction. And although we have to sharpen up our skills, what we're doing is giving it over to Christ.
Right.
And that's a fine balance, because it's John the Baptist, I'm less and he's more. But that can only happen if we're authentically involved with the ministry of Jesus Christ. Do you think that?
I agree. The cantor, the leader of song, I think is one of the most important, because we're not performing for you.
Yes.
We're not doing a concert for you.
Right.
We're encouraging participation in everything that we do. It's not about us, even though we are the ones creating the music. It's about everybody participating.
And that's so important. There's that fine line, because sometimes I've been in situations where the music is like outstanding, but there's no participation.
Yeah, we have a very, the congregation here especially participates quite a bit.
Right.
Which is great.
Right. And exactly.
And that's our goal.
Always to encourage.
Yeah.
Now, where do you work now?
I work, here, and during the week I do work at the Academy of St. Francis as the music teacher, also, and the middle school religion teacher.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
music
great.
and religion.
And Cassie?
Here.
I'm currently at Nutley Public Schools, and I'm an integrated preschool teacher. So I have special ed students and general education students.
Are you doing music there?
I am not the music teacher, but I incorporate music a lot
everything.
in my classroom.
That's
Yes.
great. That's great. How would you encourage other people to follow your example, getting involved in the church, getting involved with music leadership?
I think if you're given a gift, share it. Find any little way that you can bring it to church and share it, and be willing to start something new. I mean, who would have thought when I was 13 years old, who would have a 13-year-old cantering? But I had the gift and I wanted to share it, and the pastor saw that at the time, and he gave me the chance. So you never know what little gift that you have. If you bring it to church and say, hey, I want to do something with this, to share it, something great can come out of it.
Exactly. Stephen, what do you say to someone who says, oh, my voice is terrible, and you don't want to hear me singing in
I hear
church?
that a lot. But I hear that a lot, and I always tell people, it doesn't matter. Don't tell me that you have a horrible voice. Everyone can sing. God gave you the voice. You can use it.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Good, because you're praising.
How good or bad. No one is bad. So.
Well, then, I don't know about that, but
But I always tell our cantors and the other choir members, if you're in the pews on Sunday and you hear someone with a good voice, a voice that likes to sing loud, invite them, tell them to come. And that's how we've grown our choir to about 20, 25 members, depending on when.
That's great.
Just by constantly going out and saying, hey, you have a good voice. Why don't you join the choir? And they come and they have fun. And it's also that. It's not just about the music that we make on the Sundays. We have a lot of fun and at our rehearsals,
That's
too.
important.
And that's a community, and it's a family as well. So
it's music evangelization, bringing somebody else in. That's wonderful. Can you close our little interview with a piece?
Sure.
And While you're doing that, I'll just speak to our audience. This has been Father Louis Scurti with Friends of the Word, guests being Stephen and Cassi Stephen here at Annunciation Church in Wayne, New Jersey. And we're very honored to hear Cassi and Stephen perform another piece of music on your behalf and on behalf of Jesus, and all the praise belongs to him. Thank you for joining us, and I pass it over to Cassi and Stephen once they get their songs together. I actually, it's my fault because I'm spontaneous, so I spontaneously just asked them if they'll perform a second piece. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, they're on. Thank you for joining us. This is Father Lou. I'd like to hear from you. Contact me, lscurti@hotmail.com or fatherlouscurti@hotmail.com. God bless you.
Every fox a den, every bird a nest, but the Son of Man has no place to rest. Every heart a man, every king